Relevant na my canal. Hello, welcome to my channel. I had an idea I wanted to pass to the YouTube community. Personally, I don't have time to do it, and I would rather just pass it along to other YouTubers to do because I'm not good at organizing events. So it's better to have people who are good at organizing events to do something like this. But I was thinking it would be a great idea if the YouTube community organized a YouTube awards ceremony. You know, like how in Hollywood, the movie actors have those big award ceremonies where they reward themselves for like doing movies like Best Picture, Best New Comedian, Best New Actress, whatever. Well, YouTube is like the new Hollywood and of today's time. And we could have a YouTube award ceremony where we reward and we validate good YouTubers who provide good content. And we can reward YouTubers for their content and ideas and their contribution to the YouTube community. So it would be like a YouTube event run by YouTubers for YouTubers, if that makes sense. And we could invite YouTubers to be judges. Of course, if you're a judge for that year of the YouTube awards ceremony, then you wouldn't be eligible to win an award. So, like the years that people are judges, they can't win that year, obviously, because then it would be a conflict of interest. But they could then like participate the next year. So it depends, right? So we could offer and suggest to YouTubers, hey, you want to be a judge this year, right? Maybe they don't got much going on in their channel that year, right? But instead, if you're a YouTuber who like made a really great video that you think could win a YouTube award, right? Then you could also then be nominated for to win a YouTube award. And it's a great idea because it'll reward YouTubers for quality content. Unfortunately, a lot of YouTubers will rely on other methods to get viewers, which are maybe not so great. And it would be a good idea to find YouTubers with good content and who are somewhat established and kind of like, say, hey, everyone, wow, let's reward these people for making good content and not just something that was meant as like a to quick grab views kind of thing, right? So I wanted to make this suggestion. So I'll just quickly read this out and then I'm going to go ahead and graciously pass this idea and suggest to other YouTubers in the YouTube community to consider organizing something like this. So suggestion for YouTube community to do YouTube awards ceremony. Sorry that it's blurry. I hope you can see it. Okay. Should the YouTube community start doing the YouTube awards ceremony on YouTube? We could invite YouTubers to be judges. The judges would not be eligible to win an award the same year they are judging. We could invite sponsors to put up prizes for the YouTubers who win the awards, like for example, Starbucks, Wendy's, Walmart, Ford Cars, and etc. We could ask 2 to 3 or more established YouTubers to be hosts, preferably hosts who can speak multiple foreign languages while also maintaining the professionalism and neutrality needed to be hosts for the YouTube awards. We could do a series of promotional videos raising awareness about the YouTube awards ceremony event and ask people on YouTube to vote for their favorite videos and YouTubers. We could have categories for YouTubers to win prizes and awards in, for example, best video, best content, best backgrounds, best informative, best innovative, best most groundbreaking, most informative, most innovative, most groundbreaking, funniest YouTuber, best instructor on YouTube, best new and upcoming YouTuber, and etc. And then finally, I will say that as much as I think the YouTube awards ceremony is a good idea, I personally do not want to, and I don't have the time to organize such an event. So I graciously pass this idea and suggest other YouTubers please organize such an event as the YouTube awards ceremony. So I think it's a good idea. And let's like quickly just show. So this is, I have like a subscription to several YouTubers, and I will just go as an example. So for example, uh, like wait, hold on a sec. Sorry, there we go. Let's go over to here. So for example, this is a Russian teacher. So she's a very good instructor. So for example, someone could nominate her. It doesn't have to be her. I'm just saying in general, if there's an instructor on YouTube that you think is a really good instructor, they instruct foreign languages, they teach mathematics, they teach science, maybe they teach nuclear physics, whatever they teach or instruct on YouTube, and you think they're a great instructor, you can nominate them for like a YouTube award, right? So that's an example. She is, I will say though, I mean, this Russian teacher is a very good instructor. So, of course, she is an example of a great instructor that could, of course, also be nominated for a YouTube award, right? And she instructs Russian. Uh, Yaroslava Russian. Okay. Move on, for example, to this scientist, very outspoken, very intelligent, very humble. Sabine sorry, I hope I'm saying her name right. I think it's German. It's a German last name. I'm not sure, but I hope I'm saying the name right. But I've seen some of her science videos. They're very good. And if you're a person that is interested in science and mathematics and technology, definitely I would check out her channel. Sabine Hassenfelder. I think that's how you say her name. I apologize if I said it incorrectly. And I wish I had the time. If I had the time, I'd watch all her videos. I've watched some of her videos; they're really great. But like I have so many subscriptions, so but like I said, so she would be great, of course, for another like, for example, if someone wanted to nominate her for best content, for example, right? Just an example. Or even if there was a category within the science category, so we could have like a comedy science, a comedy category, right? So within the YouTube awards, we could have different sections, right? So we could have like for the science section of YouTube, she could be eligible for like a science YouTube award, right? Within the YouTube community, right? So that's just an example. She is, I will say, also, of course, a great YouTuber, and she definitely not only is an example of someone who could be eligible to be nominated for a YouTube award, but I would of course also recommend you watch out her channel. She's really great. So let's move on. So for example, another YouTuber, this is a YouTuber who does videos, culture videos, where she travels Russia and around the world. Really good culture videos. Let's say that there was a culture category, for example, for the YouTube awards ceremony, then someone could nominate her in the culture category, right? Or travel. Travel videos is a big subsection of YouTube. So I'm sure travel videos and culture, travel, all those videos would probably have like their own special category for YouTube awards. So she could definitely be nominated. Another example of a great YouTuber. We keep moving on. This person speaks German, Feli from Germany. She's a German instructor. She teaches the German language, but she also, sorry, well, yeah, I've seen her. Yes, she does teach the German language, but she also does more culture videos too. It's not just the German language she teaches. She also does a lot of culture videos about Germany. I recently saw her do a video about the politics in Germany. So very great, informative YouTuber about Germany and about all things Germany. And so another example of a person who could be nominated for a YouTube award. Now let's say, for example, if we wanted to invite some judges, because we need to obviously invite judges. Not everyone can be nominated. We also have to have judges from the YouTube community to judge and to, so for example, let's say if this person wanted to be like a judge or something, right? Another YouTuber who does travel videos, or keep going, keep going. This is an Italian teacher, right? So This person might be a good judge. Melinda, the mystic psychic. She's very good. Her videos are very, actually, she has really good backgrounds. She does beautiful videos, beautiful content. And she also probably could be a really good a judge or even be nominated for like not both. Obviously, the person who is the judge that year cannot be also then be nominated the same year, but she could either be that year a judge, or she could, if someone wants to instead rather nominate her for like best content or whatever. So just keep moving on, and then basically, yeah. So I think it's a good idea. This would probably be more for like YouTubers who are like I wouldn't do it for like the YouTubers who are at the absolute top of YouTube, who are already like bringing in, because they already got the success. They already are successful. This I would do this YouTube ceremony for like the average, like the YouTubers in the middle of the pack, right? The YouTubers who are providing great content and great videos, but still are not reaching their plateau, if that makes sense. They're still not reaching their zenith of success, and they're still kind of like maybe they're offering great content and they have great YouTube videos, but they're just like still not at the very very top of YouTube, right? So I just think that's fair. I think if someone is already like the number one YouTuber on YouTube, I mean, but like I said, I'm not going to organize this event. I'm going to pass this idea graciously to other YouTubers, and they can decide what they think it should be done. So maybe they do want to go strictly based on whoever is the number one YouTuber on YouTube, which makes sense. But at the same time, if that person already is uh, gaining success from YouTube, that's like an award in itself. So I think it would be also smart to find YouTubers who are underappreciated, who give good content and are consistent, but for some reason they're maybe not getting as many views and the algorithm is not as favorable to them. And I think that would be more fair, because it would be good for YouTube to award good content, because a lot of YouTubers lately, not all YouTubers, but some YouTubers will resort to tactics that are like, just to try to grab views, and they'll maybe do some videos that are not so great just to grab views. And I think that it's better to find YouTubers who present good quality content and reward those YouTubers. And I think that's a great idea, and I think it's a great idea for the YouTube community to do. It would be a fun event. There'll be judges, there'll be voters, there'll be well, the audience obviously will be the voters, like the YouTube watchers will all be the voters. But there's also be judges who can give recommendations. There could be hosts, several hosts, preferably hosts who can speak multiple languages. So the YouTube awards ceremony can be hosted in several languages like English, Russian, Spanish, etc. And I just think it's a great idea for the YouTube community. And that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass this idea, please, to the YouTube community and make a suggestion that you guys do the YouTube awards ceremony and find YouTubers with good content and reward their efforts and validate their content, because the algorithm of YouTube doesn't always reward the best, most deserving YouTubers. The algorithm of YouTube like has a mind of its own, so it kind of just does, so I think it would be fair and nice to encourage people on YouTube to do better content, and not just to do content that will just quickly grab views. That maybe their content isn't as good, but they know how to grab views, and those kind of videos. I know you know which videos I'm talking about. I don't want to. I'm going to be polite, and I'm not going to call out any specific YouTubers or nothing. And I'm not subscribed to any of those YouTubers. I do not subscribe to YouTubers who do any type of content like that. But I'm just gonna say, who I'm talking, what kind of YouTubers I'm talking about. YouTubers who maybe. So I'm just gonna say nicely and politely that everyone that I'm subscribed to, all my YouTube subscriptions, they're all great content. They do great videos. and they're wonderful YouTubers with who provide great content. And they would any of people that I subscribe to, and I would and any of the people you subscribe to. Obviously, I'm not subscribed to everyone on YouTube, so I there's probably a lot of YouTubers that I don't even know about yet that are probably really great. And that's another reason, another good valid point for the YouTube awards ceremony is suddenly those YouTubers who people didn't know about because of the algorithm, because for some reason the algorithm is not showing their videos, but their videos are really good content. Now, when you watch the YouTube awards ceremony, you could be like, "Oh, I didn't even know that YouTuber was existed, and what a great YouTuber! I'm so glad I watched the awards ceremony, and now I saw that this YouTuber won best video, and now I'm gonna check out their channel because, right? So that's just an example, right? So I'm just saying this is an example. So obviously, so I think that's another great reason why a YouTube awards ceremony would be great because it'll raise awareness to the YouTubers who have been providing good content, but maybe for some reason the algorithm wasn't as nice to them as it is to other YouTubers, right? So I just want to make that suggestion. And like I said, I'm passing this idea to the YouTube community. So ultimately, the people who organize the event are gonna be the ones who control who the sponsors are, whether it's Walmart or Wendy's, whoever puts up prizes. They're going to control how many judges there are. They're going to control who the hosts are and what foreign languages they'll do the YouTube awards in. If they're going to do it in dual English and Spanish or English and Spanish and Russian, etc. And that's it. If you like this idea for the YouTube awards ceremony done by the YouTube community, then please leave your opinions in the comments section. Please and thank you, and have a great day.